Now, to Indonesia, where the central bank meets today and may lower interest rates for a 9th month. Economists are looking for a quarter-point cut, and it could be the last reduction for a while because inflation is likely to pick up next year as the region emerges from the global recession. Let's go to Bernie Mustafa joining us from Jakarta for more on this. Bernie, how much impact have the rate cuts had on the Indonesian economy?
Well, so far banks have only begun to lower their lending rates. So for most of the year, the economy has been going along with interest rates still being high. And at that point, we already see growth of about 4.4% in the first quarter, which is the fastest in Southeast Asia for the economy. So we're expecting that interest rate cuts the economy going forward will actually benefit from this year's interest cuts, with banks having begun to lower their rates around the middle of this year, meaning higher growth for property sectors as well as consumer products such as vehicle sales. Gordon?
What is the feeling, though, about whether this is perhaps the end of the cutting cycle? No more.
Well, people have been expecting this since, again, the need for the interest rate cut seems mute, given that the economy has been doing quite well. And going ahead, inflation seems to be creeping up, and that might narrow the room for the rate cuts for the central bank, and that's something that people are expecting.
Yeah, I mean, inflation is always going to be a concern. How much nervousness is there in Indonesia about that?
Domestic-wise, we might see some increase in consumption that could lead to higher inflation. We have the Islamic festive seasons coming in September, and during the year-end, inflation tends to creep up as well. So these are the main factors domestic-wise for Bank Indonesia to maintain its interest rate. Outside of that, we also have commodity prices, which tends to rise as well, along with the recovery in the global economy.
Okay, Bernie, thank you very much for that. Bernie Mustafa in Jakarta, our Indonesia reporter there.